What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. If my voice sounds a little bit deeper than usual, it's because I literally just woke up. Checking the news, and we've got a dev blog already, and it's the one that I've been looking forward to. As exciting as certain vehicles are, I'm more interested in seeing some economic changes, specifically to high-tiered vehicles. So let's get into let's take a look at what they're promising. We're going to be bringing in some new silver line costs for the jets. Just a handful of the jets, the MiG-17, the Japanese Sabres, a few of the American Sabres, and of course the MiG-15s. Now, this is a change that I've been looking forward to. Of all these planes, I believe the one that I do not own is the F-40 Sabre for Japan. And I just haven't bought it because I don't feel like paying $2 million in silver lions just to buy it. Then you have to add it to a crew. Then you have to add expert crew skills to it, so that you don't black out every big turn. And that costs a lot of money, millions of lions. And even if you're rocking, an overpowered premium plane, it's still going to take you a long time to get that many silver lions. If I'm not mistaken, it's also the same price to expert the crew as it is to purchase the vehicle, but I could be mistaken. So, lowering this by $1 million, that's a big deal. Next up, we have some changes for the ground vehicles at high ranks. They're changing which vehicles you need in order to step up to the next vehicle. So in order to get, say, the Type 90, you need to research the Type 74. That may not seem like a big change, but it is in a small way, specifically when it comes to the research. Let's say you're using the Type 74 in a battle, and you're going to use it to unlock the Type 90. Well, in doing so, you're going to get a reward bonus for using that Type 74 in order to unlock that Type 90. And I'm actually in the process of doing that myself. So, researching the Type 90 is going to be faster using the Type 74 than it is currently. And the same will be for all these other vehicles. Using the T10M, we'll get the T64A just a little bit faster. That's something to look forward to. I'm kind of excited. I have all these other ones, so I don't really care so much, quite frankly. But to some others, this will matter. Next up, we have the next set of changes are some additional economic changes, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't specify anything in particular. These are just general changes that they're hoping to implement. Reducing RP costs, reducing silver line costs for purchasing vehicles and modifications. It all sounds good. Reducing repair costs, again, it sounds good. Reducing the cost of ammunition, sounds good, but I don't think this is as big of a deal as some people make it out to be. Reducing crew training costs, I like that because that will go hand in hand with the reducing of the purchasing price of vehicles, so that makes sense. But it's this last one that I'm most interested in learning more about. Increasing the reward multiplier. I don't have a big issue with the reward system at top tier as far as RP gain. I don't like what we are doing with silver line gain. Silver line gain in top tier tanks is, in my view, terrible. We need a significant increase. At least a 20% silver line increase, kind of across the board. As you start from, say, tier 1 and you progress through the tech tree all the way to what will be tier 7, vehicles, in order to purchase them, get higher and higher and higher, both in terms of the RP costs, but also silver line costs. If you go through your tech tree right now, you're going to actually let me just launch War Thunder. All right, now we got War Thunder launched. Let's take a look at what I'm referring to. Let's say tier 1. Look at the reward silver line at the very bottom of the screen. This is an RB, 45% silver line gain for every action, right? Kills, assists, captures, etc. As we move through the tech tree, it usually gets better. 120% Silver Lion on the M3 Lee. On the M4, it's 180%. A little bit further, let's say the 76 Sherman, 225% Silver Lion gain. The T25, you get still 225%. M26, 225 again. M60A1, still 225. The P Rise, still 225. And yet, as we go further down the tech tree, we see a constant increase in the cost of the vehicle. I guarantee you the M60A1 Rise P is not going to have the same purchase cost as, say, these early Shermans, and yet we still have the same stale 225% Silver Lion booster. Why? Not only is the vehicle, not only is the Rise more expensive to purchase, the modifications are more expensive, the shells are more expensive, the repair costs are more expensive, and yet we're still not getting properly rewarded. And this doesn't really get any better at the very top tier at 10.0. It's still 225 on the IPM1. And this is true of all nations. All nations have the same old statistics for Silver Lion gain. One of the issues that I've been having is Silver Lion gain in my own games. I'm just not seeing it. So I've been playing mostly, let's say, like the Shermans, the M18s, the Pershings. They even brought out some, what was it? 4.0 Russia has been pretty good for me, earning anywhere from 40 to 70,000 Silver Lions, and that's without using aircraft. I prefer not to use aircraft in Tank RB, but I will use it if I feel it's necessary. Now, and that brings then to a whole nother issue, and that is aircraft. Now, aircraft at top tier are going to be getting even less useful because of the upcoming changes. Not only are we getting radar systems, but we're also getting a new Tunguska for the Soviets. So SPA will be even stronger, arguably, making Silver Lion gain even more challenging because very few planes will be having success at top tier tanks. You go up against anyone who is even remotely good with an SPA, and you're going to be dead because of the aim assist system that is existing in Tank RB. So we need some sort of change. I'm certainly happy to see the Silver Lion increase, but again, they didn't get specific, and that's unfortunate because I'd really like to see that happen. Some sort of Silver Lion increase in the rewards. One of the other issues that's going on with top tier tanks is it's related to the people who are not respawning after they die once. I've noticed this in some other videos, and I'm certainly seeing it in my videos, or in my games rather, because I haven't been uploading a whole lot lately. But a lot of people are leaving after one death. They just don't respawn. This is something we need to talk about at some point, because what we need to do is get to the bottom of why they're leaving and fix that. Because crew locking is not a big enough punishment anymore to keep people from leaving. You know, if I leave, let's say I spawn in the Rise P, I die, and for whatever reason I choose to leave. I got how many other nations with tanks to play right now? So crew lock, it just doesn't matter anymore, in my opinion. It only matters if you're absolutely dead set on playing one particular nation or one particular lineup, and that just doesn't work. When a person leaves a battle, it hurts a team. It hurts a team's chance to win, which hurts a team's chance to earn Silver Lions and RP gain, because the bonuses that you get for winning a battle that come at the end of match reward screen. One of the fun things that I've been noticing when playing, say, the lower tiers, say 4.0 Russia, is I've been getting a lot more kills per game because people tend to respawn, and that matters. Every time someone respawns, it's another potential kill. If you've got a full team of 16 players, let's say everyone respawns 3 or 4 times, that's a lot of potential kills for not just myself, but for everyone on my team. More kills means extra Silver Lions. means extra research points, and in the end, we all do well. But I'd say tier what is tier 6 currently? You often see, I've seen an entire half a team does not respawn after once. But top tier is a whole nother thing. A lot of people will leave after one death, whether it's because they feel like they got bullshitted on a kill, or they got team killed and they didn't want to respawn because they're pissed at the teammate, or they got a bad map, or they got a bad map variation, say Conquest number 2 versus Domination. They just can't stand it and they just leave. Map design is something that needs to be addressed. We need to get to the bottom of why people are leaving battles early, and fix that. Because simply crew locking people, it just isn't an effective thing to do anymore. It just doesn't work. And so with that, I'm hoping that the 1.87 patch we will see some new changes as far as those Silverline modifications, and that this just isn't with RP gain. This RP gain, in my opinion, is not that bad. It's the Silverline gain it's rough. The RP gain could definitely be improved as far as the modifications. The modifications, some of these need to be lowered just flat out. These are ridiculous requirements sometimes. I don't even understand. Like parts and FP, those have been reduced, but only temporarily. Excuse me. And that reduction for parts and FP, that deadline is coming up pretty soon. I don't know if you remember, but they actually put in their news article a deadline for when parts and FP would go back to their normal price, or could go back to their normal price, and that's coming up pretty soon. My hope is that with 1.87, they will finally reduce the parts and FP on a permanent basis, along with some of these other ones. I'd like to see an across-the-board kind of reduction, like a 20% reduction or something. Just anything to help with the modification grind, because in my opinion, the modification grind is worse currently than the grind to unlock a vehicle. But again, that's just my opinion. You guys can sound off in the comments, as always. My apologies if this video was a little bit rough. We're doing live commentary. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.